Today is 6/8/24, 2000 what?
2006 Corolla.
2006 Corolla. Owner says it makes a weird noise when it starts. So it's cold. We haven't did anything. And let's start it and see how it does. Turn on the headlights. Turn off the headlights. It could be the alternator. So it just made this noise. So give it some gas. Shut it down. So basically, this is the story. Let me give you an overall view. So you see this belt that's right here?
Yeah.
There's a belt here, and behind this cover, there's another similar belt just like that, but it's running inside here. And so there's a lot of covers covering it up. And that thing's also spinning, so that you literally have one belt outside and one belt inside. The belt outside is called a serpentine belt. Serpentine like a snake, serpent. Inside is called the timing belt. Okay? Both belts turn a whole bunch of things. Like, for example, this is an alternator. It's a pulley, right?
Yeah.
So when the belt turns, it turns this pulley.
Yeah.
That down there is your air conditioning compressor. It also has a pulley. They all have pulleys.
I see that.
The belt wraps around the pulley, and all these pulleys inside there's bearings. So when those bearings go bad, and when they spin, it will go woo. So I'm just gonna throw out like this serpentine belt is just turning like 4 items.
Okay.
Inside the timing belt, let's just say it's turning like 8 items.
Okay.
And out of the 8 and out of the 4, we don't know what is it.
Okay.
So right now, to isolate the problem, we have to remove one of the belts. Okay. And out of the 2 belts, the easiest one to remove is a serpentine belt because it's outside.
Yeah.
So once we remove this belt, we will maybe start the car again. And if the noise goes away, then we know out of all the items, it's related to the 4 items that's related to the serpentine belt.
Okay.
And then from there we know that instead of these 4 items, we take our hand and we literally spin it by hand. So once you spin it by hand, if it goes, then we know that that's making a noise from that item. But if it spins smoothly, then there's a high chance that item's good.
Okay.
But because it just broke down, it may be that when we spin it by hand, we can't spin it fast enough to make that noise. Yeah. And only the belt can do it.
Right.
So then we have to take some guesses of like which item could it be, or we just let it get worse and worse and worse. Or another thing we do is I have a stethoscope with a long, like the kind your doctor listens to your heart, but instead of having a circular diaphragm, it has a long metal stick. Or you can find another long metal stick similar, and you put it right next to the alternator where it's spinning, and you hear it. And if you hear, and then you stick it to the compressor, and so you're trying to basically hear each item next to it, and you want to hear that little grinding sound.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a perfect science, but that's what you do to figure this out.
Okay.
And so to remove this thing, you have to find the tensioner. And the tensioner